You're listening to the Angels and Awakening podcast, and I'm your host, Julie Jancis. I have the gift of connecting with your angels and loved ones on the other side. The intention of every podcast episode and every service that I offer is to help you heal, to help you raise your vibration, and to give you the tools you need to help others. Why? Because when you take responsibility for your own healing and your own joy, and you use what you've learned to serve others, you're helping to shift the vibration on Earth to a place of more peace. And isn't that what it's all about? If you feel called to work with me, we have many services available to you. We offer a new online e-course with a new topic every month. These help you dive deeper on your spiritual journey. We also offer an Angel Reiki certification training program. We call it the Angel School. It's held every other month in person and twice a year online. Here, you'll become a certified Angel Reiki master teacher and develop your spiritual gifts. Twice a month, we offer a live online group Reiki healing session. You just call into a webinar number and listen as I guide you through a healing session with the angels. You can also book a one-on-one angel message reading with me. You help keep this podcast going, friends, when you book one or more of these services on my website, www.jancis.com. That's my last name.com. Stay tuned at the end of this podcast to hear all about the freebies we offer as well, and how you can win a free session. Today we are talking about family and the holidays. My friends, when I first got into this, I thought that I was going to find the person in life who was doing life right, who didn't have any worries, any cares, who just was living the perfect life. And then I was going to model my life after what they were doing, because that's what we all want, right? This perfectness where we don't have any worry, any drama in our lives. That's what we're striving for. But what I found, friends, is that nobody has that. If you are living, you have challenges. And let me tell you, those challenges are never more clear, never more present than when we are around family. Family mirrors to us the lessons that we need to learn, whether or not we are ready to look at those lessons, whether or not we are ready to deal with those lessons. So today, I was asking Spirit, what do you want me to bring through in the podcast today? And I just started channeling out with my pen all of these different scenarios that I have come across within my sessions of people trying to work through different family challenges, different family circumstances. So I think as you go through today, you're going to be able to see yourself and your family in many different scenarios. But I do feel it's important to just be aware that all of these scenarios are occurring within the world so that you can open your heart to them this holiday season. What Spirit wants you to take away from today's podcast, the intention of today's podcast, is to show you how to find more peace within your family in order for you to live with more joy and spread more joy throughout the holiday season. Because that's what it's all about. Nobody has this perfect life that they're living. I have not found one person who has perfection that we're all seeking. The common thread throughout all of us is that we are all carrying deep wounds. We all have deep pain, and we are all going to experience challenges throughout our entire life. But going through a spiritual awakening, deepening yourself spiritually, can help you find the peace that you're looking for, the understanding that you're looking for. And those two things, my friends, can really help you to live your life with more ease. So let's start out with those family members with whom we need boundaries. There are different reasons that we need boundaries with different people. There are some people within your life at different times as they're going through their challenges and maybe not making the right decisions. Sometimes it's not safe to have our kids around certain people. In order to protect and keep some people safe within our lives, we do need boundaries with people. But I think boundaries can get really complex really fast. So let's break down these people that we need to have boundaries with into two different categories. There are those who you don't have to see, okay? And there are those who you do have to see that you would rather have boundaries with, but you have to go to a family party, you have to go to a family outing, and they're going to be there during the holiday season. You have to see them. These two things are very different. When I think about boundaries, I think about the boundaries that I put on my dad while he was living, and even my grandma, because what I found was that, at least in my family, my dad and my grandma were a package deal. You didn't get one without the other. So if I called my grandmother to say happy holidays, I knew she was going to call my dad, and I knew that it was going to spark something that I didn't want. And maybe he was going to give me a call and try and reconnect. And it just hurt so bad. There are different reasons that we have boundaries with different people. There are some people that we need to keep our kids safe and protected from because we can't have them getting into a car with somebody who's drinking. We can't have them around people who are not safe. Let's take those people out of today's podcast, okay? Because there are some times in those cases where it is right and correct to keep those very hard lines, those very hard boundaries. So we're not talking about those people today, okay? Who we're talking about today are people within our family that may have caused us hurt, that may have caused us pain, but that we know that they're safe people. Okay? So going back to the example of my dad, there are different reasons that we cut people out of our lives, that we create these boundaries in the first place. And when it came to my dad, what was happening in my life was I felt I needed to be the protector of my mother during my parents' divorce. If I really stepped back for a second and looked at the picture overall, I would see a man within my dad who was very hurt, who was very lost, who was searching for things to fill himself throughout his entire life that never really got that fill anywhere. He was searching for love and looking for it in different women throughout his life, thinking that a woman would come along and complete him and really fill his heart to where he needed his heart to be filled. But no person has the ability to do that for us. We have to do that for ourselves. That is a completely different podcast episode. Did my dad mean to hurt us intentionally? No. He was on his own path. He was on his own journey. And my sister, my mom, and I were all collateral damage. He had these affairs over and over and over again. And it was very easy for me as a child to think he didn't love me, he didn't care about me, because if he did, he wouldn't treat my mom that way. And these statements, these thoughts became constructs within my mind that I lived my life by. Hoping, wanting my dad to make me first, make me a priority, show me that he cared. But the standards that I set for him, the expectations that I had for him, he could not meet in this lifetime. And because I could not come out of those constructs within my mind, because I could not lower my standards, because I needed him to reach this high bar to show me that he loved me, in order to erase the past in order to feel love from him that I needed within my own heart, because his actions created, and this is what I was telling myself, this is the egoic mind. I was telling myself, his actions created a hole within my heart that needed filling. But those standards were too high and he was never going to meet them. And I was completely setting him up for failure. So there are those people in your life that you've created boundaries with, that maybe you've even cut out of your life. What are the constructs within your mind that led you to that decision? Maybe you can look at this individual, see the hurt and the pain within that person's life, see why they did it. Maybe you can look at your own expectations and say, maybe my expectations are too high. Maybe I'm asking them to jump through hoops just so that I can feel filled and I can fill the void that they left within me. But my friends, that is not you coming from your soul self. That is not coming from your intuition. That is coming from your egoic mind. The truth of the matter is that a lot of these people that we're holding at bay, they might be difficult for our hearts to deal with. It might hurt a lot to deal with them in our lives. But my friends, they are just hurt human beings themselves. And all people are just looking for love. I find that when I work with every single human being, God doesn't come in and say shaming things. God doesn't come in and be very harsh with people to get them to be where they need to be. God doesn't do any of that. God and the angels come in our sessions to love them and to show them that they are love. The essence of who you are is love. And people go through things here in this world. They go through so much and they feel so much pain. And they're really just looking for love. They're looking to override that pain by them being allowed to be who they are and be loved for it. So there are some people that we have to keep at bay because it's not safe for us to have them in our lives. And if that is someone who's in your life, it's okay to keep them at bay. But who are the people in your life that you've cut out? Who are the people in your life that you are keeping your distance from because they hurt you in the past? Can you see it from a different way? Can you see it from a different perspective? Can you find some healing? There are other people within our lives who we have to see. These people trigger our pain body. And what do I mean by that? These are people who are frustrating to deal with, who don't get it, who are never going to get it in this lifetime. And yet we have to see them every holiday, all the time, because we can't kick them out of our lives. We can't cut them out, even if the egoic mind wanted to so badly. I had a client come in one time and she talked about how her mother-in-law put together this beautiful collection of pictures in the shape of a family tree. And it had everybody's picture on it. Her children, her husband, her brother-in-law, her sister-in-law, their spouses, their kids. But it didn't have her picture on it. And when she asked about this, because she was steaming, you could feel it within her pain body. The body is the pain body. You can feel when the pain body gets triggered, you have an emotional, physical response within your body that you are so livid you could just shake. Or that's when people say you start seeing red, right? It's a shift within your vibrational frequency directly, not up, like meditation. That shift is down into the body where you are feeling intense pain within your body, intense frustration, intense stress. You're coming into that very survival fight or flight mode within yourself. So this woman asked her mother-in-law, well, where's my picture? And she said, well, you're not really a part of our family. And she said, what do you mean? She said, well, you're not biological. And she said, well, you have the other spouses on there. And the mother-in-law kind of flinched. And she said, well, you've got my kids on there. This person had left her off intentionally. And while the pain body, the reaction within your body might be seeing red, might be this anger that comes up within us, what's really happening is that we feel so much pain because all of us just want love. And this person was intentionally withholding love from another person. Not only that, it was shaming. It was embarrassing for her to experience this as the entire family saw it for the first time and she was the only one left off at a holiday party. Now, friends, there are people that you might not like, that you might feel justified in doing that to, but there's never a justification for that. There's never a justification for intentionally hurting another person's heart. If you're more the mother-in-law, what I want you to do this holiday season is to see your heart as French doors. Open those 2 doors from your heart and allow God energy to stream from your heart, this beautiful, wonderful, peaceful, blissful love energy. I want you to reduce the friction between you and other people by shooting love from your heart to theirs. You can also use the Hawaiian prayer here. The Hawaiian prayer says, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And when you have somebody that is hard to deal with, that you feel triggered around, you can also say those words, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And doing that erases all of the negative energy between you. Because friends, all of this is not you. All of this is the egoic mind creating drama in this world. You have to look at this from a big bird's eye point of view. Look at this from the point of view of the other side. You are a soul. That other person is a soul. And on the other side, there is no hate. There is no anger. There is no low vibrations. There is just that love, joy, peace, bliss, ease, and grace. From the other side, you are pure love and you love all. Try and be that more here. Now, let's say you're on the receiving end. You are the person who was hurt. You have to go to these parties. You have to see people who have hurt you in the past. And part of you is worried about what they're going to come up with and how they're going to hurt you in the future. This is a very hard thing to work through when this energy gets trapped within the body. So when you feel within the body this anger, this frustration, this nervousness over having to go be in the same room with this person, and I'm not talking about people who have physically hurt you. If there's a situation where it is not safe for you to be in, get out of there, okay? I'm not telling you to be around people who are not safe. I would never tell you to do that, nor would Spirit. What I'm talking about is people who make you feel a lot of low vibrational energy within your body. Think about a time when you've been so angry in your life. That anger consumes your body. It consumes your mind. It makes you ruminate on different thoughts. It can be a trigger when you have to be around people who have brought out that anger in you in the past. So what I want you to work on this holiday season is not allowing yourself to get to that point. I want you to shield your energy with a bubble that surrounds you, let's say 2 feet below your actual feet, 2 feet above your head, 2 feet out from either side of you. This bubble is very large and it encompasses your whole body. And before you have to go to these parties and interact with these people, I want you to ask God to fill this bubble with pure white light. And I want you to do some work sending that other person love, seeing that this is a very damaged person who has a lot of pain within them. It doesn't mean that you have to be best friends. It doesn't mean that you have to go out of your way to be there for that person. It just means that you're going to find your peace within you, and you're not going to allow your egoic mind to drag you down. Because when people intentionally hurt other people, that's the reaction that they want from you. So why give in to it? You can speak from your heart. You can speak your needs. You can say, that's not a nice thing to do. You can say, that really hurt me. You can say, that really hurt my feelings. And you can put boundaries on people. If you continue to act this way and treat me this way, my family will not be coming to these events. As much as you can, when your pain body is triggered, when you feel that anger, and you know you're going to have to be in situations around people that have triggered that for you in the past, just try and protect your own energy as much as possible. Try to understand that they're human too. Just like there are some people who are not physically safe for us to be around, there are some people who are not emotionally safe for us to be around. And these are very difficult situations that often take the help of a counselor to help you work through them. And if this is with your partner's family, it often takes your partner being at the counselor's office with you to know how to manage these different situations as well. But we can still protect our energy by shielding ourselves, putting us in that bubble, putting that God's white light in there, knowing that we are so loved by so many other people, asking God to take away the ego in the situation, take away the pain in the situation, and just allow your heart to fill with as much love as possible. This is about you taking care of you taking care of yourself. Going back to what I said about my dad, though, there are some people who need our forgiveness. My friends, this isn't easy, but again, we have to step out of the egoic mind and into our soul self. We have to really evaluate the actions that we've taken in the past. If this is something you're really working through, working with a counselor on it can really help you. They will help you to see who is safe for you in your life and who is not. Who is physically safe, who is emotionally safe, and who is not. The other thing that we really need to understand in the holiday season is that we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day. If you break that down, that's about 35 to 50 thoughts per second. Now let's say, and I don't have statistics on this, but let's say meditation takes that 60 to 80,000 and makes it more like 40 to 50,000 thoughts per day. Let's say that doing meditation reduces the number of thoughts that you have each day by 20 to 30,000 thoughts. Can you imagine how much that shifts your energy? That alone brings in more stillness, more silence, for you to connect to your intuition, for you to connect to your soul self, for you to feel more peace and more ease and more love coming through. Because my friends, out of those 60 to 80,000 thoughts that you have each day, only 5% of those are conscious thoughts. The rest of those thoughts, 55 to 75,000 thoughts a day, are subconscious, which means that you are acting, you are behaving, you are living your life from a subconscious place that you might not even understand. And what this looks like, how this plays out, it's, let's say you go to a holiday party and there are different energies that you're feeling. I'm not talking about you feeling spirit from the other side. I'm just talking about you feeling the energy from other people. And that energy can shift your mood. That energy can make you feel happy. That energy can make you feel overwhelmed. What you need to know is that because you have all of this subliminal thought energy going on, you really have to honor what you're feeling even more during the holidays. You have to check in with yourself more. You have to ask yourself multiple times throughout the day, okay, where am I at? What am I feeling? And if you're feeling low, you have to honor that within yourself, and you have to give yourself what you need. You cannot identify what you need unless you understand what you're feeling. So the process for this is very simple. I've been working with Spirit on it. First, you go in, you check in with yourself. You say, what am I feeling? Well, you're either going to be feeling high emotions or low emotions, okay? If you're feeling good, awesome. Let yourself be. Continue on. Nothing more to do. If you're feeling low, you have to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What thought am I attaching to right now that is making me feel the way that I do within my body? When you can identify what that thought is, a lot of times you can identify what you need. So if the thought is, I am worried about seeing this person at this party, you can talk with your partner about it before you go, or you can have somebody there at the party who is going to be there for you, to support you, to give you the emotional support you need while you're there. If the thought is, I'm really overwhelmed because I am doing so much for the holidays and I don't have any time for myself. Ding, 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 ding. What do you need? You need time for yourself. You need to focus on yourself. And I know that can be hard to do, but see if there's other people around you that you can distribute responsibilities to. And you'll say, well, Julie, I could have so-and-so do some wrapping, or I could have so-and-so do this, but they don't do a very good job at it. I don't care. Let them do it anyway. Let them take some of the burden off of you so that you can have some free time to focus on yourself. Because when you go this holiday season, you don't get to live in any of the joy of the season, and that's not fair to you. So find a way within your life to make that room for you to have the time you need, for you to do the activities that bring you more calm, more peace, that rejuvenate your energy. For some people, it might be, I am so missing this person who passed away this year, and I can't stop thinking about them. Well, my friends, on Thursday, we are going to talk about a tool that you can use to feel the energy of people on the other side more. So tap into Thursday's episode so that you can get those tools. And for now, what I want you to know is those folks on the other side that you love, they love you so much. They are there with you. They are helping you, supporting you. Ask God if this holiday season is going to be hard because there is a loved one on the other side. Ask God to bring that peace into your life. Ask God to show you the signs that you need to know that that person is okay, that that person is still surrounding you with love as you are here going through this human experience. Don't put specifications on how those signs have to come through. Just say, God, I need validation to know that that person is okay and that they're still with me. And God will provide that to you in divine timing. We're going to continue on with different family members and going through more because Spirit has more to say. But I just want to pause for a second and let you know that I have some Black Friday coupon codes for you. You can use them all this week. If you want to take the December Angel Communication e-course online, it's starting next week, December 2nd, and it runs till December 22nd. We had really great success with this last one. Everybody loved it. If you want to take that course and you want $101 off, use the promo code ThankYouAngels. If you want to take the January Manifest Your Best Year Yet e-course, that's going to run 3 weeks in January. You can use the promo code BESTYEAR2020. That's all one word, BESTYEAR2020, no spaces in between. Also, when you buy a gift card this week, I am giving you a free gift for yourself. That free gift is an online group Reiki session that we're starting in January, where you just call into a webinar number. You lay down wherever you're at, or you sit, and you just experience this Reiki session from a distance. You'll also get an audio recording emailed to you afterwards so that you can use that anytime. All of those promo codes are in the show notes if you want to check those out as well. If you're having trouble registering, I do have a new assistant. Her name is Sandy, and she can help you. So you can just call my office number, which you'll find in the show notes too. So let's jump back to our family members. Friends, there are some people who need more love than other people this holiday season. They have had a rough year. They might have lost somebody special in their life. Just know that when Spirit shows you something within your mind who might need a hug or an extra phone call this holiday season, they're asking you to connect to that person. Again, they're never going to do this. They're never going to ask you to connect with somebody who's not a safe and secure person for you. But there are just people who need more time. They need more love. They need more attention from us this holiday season. And when they come into your mind, Spirit is asking you to connect with them, to give them that extra bit of attention and love. There are also people who do not have other people in their life to share the holidays with. I don't think people know how many people are lonely within this world. How many people do not have a place to go for the holidays? How many people don't have family members that they connect with, they resonate with, or that they feel any amount of love from? I saw a post on Facebook the other day, and it was a note that an elderly woman had written to a neighbor. And this elderly woman was just asking this woman to be a friend. She said, "I've been lonely long enough, and I've not done anything about it. And I'm just I'm reaching out to see if we could get together sometimes." And I know that this is a hard thing to do in our society because there are some bad people. But there's also a lot of wonderful, wonderful people that just need us to open up our hearts to them. So if you have somebody on your street who is an elderly person, maybe just bake them some cookies or make them something to bring over and just spend 15 minutes with them. Talk to your coworkers. Talk to the people around you. Say, "Hey, what are you doing for the holidays?" Make sure that the people around you, the people you care about, have holiday plans. Because I'm telling you, you would not believe the number of clients that I work with who don't have anyone in their life. Friends, everybody is just looking for love. Everybody is just looking to be seen and to feel accepted. Everyone is just looking to make those deep connections with other people. You might have a huge family that has 50 people come together. Ask people what they're doing for the holidays. Make sure that your fellow neighbors are not alone. Make sure the people that you work with are not alone. Let's all take care of each other. What an amazing world this would be if we all did. Now, a lot of what we've talked about today is really us versus them mentality. That is really an egoic mind mentality of seeing us as individuals separated from other people. If you want to take all of this up another level and work on your spiritual journey in this way, what you can do is practice throughout the holidays, seeing the oneness throughout all people, feeling the oneness throughout all of humanity, because it is there. And when you tap into that oneness, you'll feel exactly what I was saying before, that people don't do things for any old reason. Hurt people. And those hurt people cannot heal through more hurt. They can only heal through love. People are hurt. People are lonely. People have a lot of divisions within their families. There are also the people that we love so much. Try your best to see the oneness throughout all of them. That even though there are some people that we vibe more with than others, that we get along with more than others. Regardless, we are all one, and you can feel the oneness, the thread, that God consciousness, the core of what we are throughout all humanity. I really believe that that is the essence of the holiday season, that love, that oneness. So if you take anything away from today, take this away. You have 60 to 80,000 thoughts. 5% of those thoughts you are conscious of. The rest of them are subconscious thoughts, which means that the way that you feel, the way that you think, the way that you're behaving is mostly subconscious. Take time to slow down, to meditate, to feel oneness with all things, to shoot other people love from your heart, so that this holiday season you are able to live in joy, to really feel the joy and love that makes this holiday month what it is. My friends, I love you so much. They love you so much. I hope that you have the best Thanksgiving. I hope that you're able to use what we talked about to make this the most enjoyable holiday season yet. Open up your heart to all of the unexpected blessings and miracles that God, your spirit team, your angels, your guides, your loved ones, that they are all trying to bring into your life right now. They're never far. They are always surrounding you. They're always loving you, guiding you, directing you, protecting you. All you have to do is ask for their help when you need it. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Beautiful souls, we have so many freebies to help serve you, your family, and friends. Want a weekly message from your angels emailed to you? Sign up on my website to receive a weekly message of love, hope, and healing from the angels. Do you have a prayer request? Go to the homepage of my website and submit your prayer request so that our team of prayer warriors can be praying for you daily. Want to learn more about the angels and energy healing? Subscribe to my YouTube channel called Julie Jancis to learn more about the angels, energy healing techniques, and so much more. One of the biggest things we hear from our listeners is that they have no one to talk to about their spiritual awakening. We created a private Facebook group called the Angels and Awakening Podcast Tribe so that you could connect with others like you and know that you're not alone. So be sure to join this group on Facebook to get the support you need. Want a free session? We plan to give away over 240 free sessions with students in the Angel School per year. To win a free session, subscribe and rate this podcast 5 stars. Then write a positive review and email us a screenshot. That way we know who to contact when you win. Want to share your uplifting angel story on the podcast? Because we love sharing them. Please write down your angel story and email it to us. Don't forget, be an angel and share this podcast with someone who needs it. See you back here next time for another episode of the Angels and Awakening podcast.